2 weeks since the Israel-Hamas war broke out, and no end game is in sight. As humans continue to suffer, till now, more than 1,400 Israelis have been killed and over 3,700 people have been killed on the Palestinian side. Question still remains over who attacked the hospital in Gaza that allegedly killed hundreds. Question also remains over whether Gazans will be able to receive the much-needed aid that they require. And it is yet to be seen how a possible Israeli ground offensive into Gaza will turn out. Now, in the latest, let me tell you, Israeli tanks are moving closer to border between Israel and Gaza. This after Israeli defense minister told troops that they would soon see the Palestinian enclave from the inside. This indicates that an expected ground invasion with the aim of annihilating Hamas could be nearing. But let me also mention here that Israel had initiated the ground offensive, or the plan for the ground offensive, several days ago with a 24-hour deadline, which they have been extending till now. Other latest updates in the war are coming in from a new front. Tensions are escalating on Israel's northern border with Lebanon, as I mentioned earlier. Israeli authorities have announced plans to evacuate the northern city of Kiryat Shmona after days of clashes with Lebanon-based Hezbollah group. Hezbollah is another militant faction and it is backed by Iran. Meanwhile, Israeli army has released a new footage of strikes targeting different groups, including Hamas in Gaza and Lebanon's Hezbollah. The targets include anti-tank missile launching posts, tunnel shafts, intelligence infrastructure, and command centers. Israel had earlier said that its forces had targeted Hezbollah infrastructure and struck 3 people who attempted to launch anti-tank missiles at Israel. International pressure is growing for the release of Hamas hostages. Israeli Minister of Foreign Affairs, together with 22 ambassadors and diplomats from countries whose citizens have been abducted to the Gaza Strip, have called for the immediate release of the abductees. They also demand to allow visits by the Red Cross. The ambassadors and diplomats are from countries including Tanzania, Russia, Romania, Portugal, Peru, Serbia, Colombia, Austria, Ethiopia, Argentina, Philippines, Georgia, Sri Lanka, France, Mexico, Denmark, Hungary, Italy, Thailand, Canada, the Netherlands, Poland, and the European Union. It's a long list. Meanwhile, hundreds rallied in New York City for the release of Israeli hostages in Gaza. Take a look at these visuals.
The words that could not...
And we will prevail.
A few years ago, as the United States Senate...
While protests also continue in support for Palestine, dozens protested on Thursday outside the Israeli embassy in Santiago, Chile, in support of Palestinians in Gaza. Separately, bodies of 8 Thai victims killed in Israel have been brought back home via an Israeli commercial flight. Thai government officials held a ceremony marking the return of the slain citizens of Thailand, which was also attended by the Israeli ambassador there. According to Thailand's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, 30 Thailand citizens have been killed from Hamas attacks in Israel, which took place earlier in the month, while 16 were injured and 17 were abducted.